What's going on YouTube? Reezonoticz back once again. It's been a while since I've done a video. Been really busy, man, but found some time to come to you guys live on my birthday, believe it or not, February 5th, 2012. Turning 28 years old today, man, and it's Super Bowl Sunday, so, you know, even though my team didn't make it, I gotta be rocking the colors, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm coming at y'all, man, because I've had the 3DS since Christmas of this year, a little bit over a month. And I already have a nice little collection going, you know what I'm saying, by God's grace, man. I have just 4 games, but in a month, I've got 4 games. So, you know what I'm saying, I wanted to just show off some of these games, talk about them, let you know what my impressions on the 3DS are thus far, how I think it stacks up against Sony's new PlayStation Vita, and just some good old-fashioned dialogue, man. So let's just get into it right quick. First of all, I showed it off in a video that I did before, but if you didn't see that, this is my Nintendo 3DS, Chrome Black Edition, you know what I'm saying? Boom, it's a beautiful handheld. As you can see right there, I'm playing one of the games that I got. But yeah, man, it's a wonderful system. And in no particular order, here are the games that I got so far. Pilot Wings Resort, which is an amazing take on the Pilot Wings franchise. As y'all know, Pilot Wings 64 is my favorite video game of all time. And this is a faithful follow-up. It's a pretty good sequel. It's not as good as the 64 version, but that's because I don't think anything ever will be. But this has a lot of different vehicles to choose from, unlockables, a bunch of different flight missions, free flight mode. And if you guys saw my video before on the 3DS when I talked about this game, I stated that they really messed up in the free flight mode because they only give you 2 minutes. Well, to redeem themselves a little bit, I found out that the more unlockables you collect throughout the island in free flight mode, you get extra time. In your free flight mode, you unlock 30 seconds at a time, so you can get it up to I think like 5 minutes or so. So that's a little bit better, and that just it makes the game fun for me again, because that's one of the real things I like about Pilot Wings is just the free flight, the exploration, the being able to just look around at your surroundings, how high up in the air you are, and just have that real feeling of free flight. You know what I'm saying? And in this game, you get that, especially with the 3D effect. It's amazing. You know what I'm saying? So this is a great game, flight simulator, tons of unlockables, hours of gameplay to be had. And just a great Pilot Wings installment in the franchise. Next, Mario Kart 7. This is probably the best Mario Kart ever made. I'd say right under the Wii version and the 64 version. Other than that, this is the best. This one has so much diversity. It brings some brand new twists to the franchise that we've never had, such as the super gliders, which is when your kart goes off a big jump. There will be a glider that comes out of your cart, and you can glide. You can fly for a certain amount of time, and it gives you an advantage on the competition. Also, propellers. When you go underwater, you're no longer out of the track and have to be picked up by one of the Lakido brothers and waste time. No, when you go underwater, a propeller comes out, and you're like a little submarine underwater. So you keep racing underwater, in the air, on the track. It's craziness, man. The 3D effect is really is in full effect in this game. The environments, the tracks are awesome. The track design, so many tracks in this game. Some brand new, all new original tracks, as every Mario Kart game has, and also some classics from other Mario Kart games from before its time. But those classics seem brand new because now with the air and ocean racing, there's a bunch of different shortcuts that were never there before in those old tracks. It makes them feel brand new. Diverse roster. Online mode that is flawless. Online communities. I mean, it's probably the best online experience right now as far as the 3DS is concerned. Tremendous game, man. The power-ups are insane. It's Mario Kart. I love it to death, man. So that's Mario Kart 7. Next, this game is revolutionary. This game, let me get that. Got a spec right there. This game that I'm about to introduce does a lot of the same things for the 3DS that Super Mario 64 did for the N64. It revolutionizes gaming in that way. What the 64 version of Mario did was basically push the system to its limits and show you what this brand new thing called 3D action platformers was all about. And to this day, it set the bar. Well, now for the 3DS, we have Super Mario 3D Land, which pushes the limits of the 3DS and shows you what this new thing is, action platforming with 3D graphics, literal in-your-face, no glasses required 3D technology that is just mind-boggling. This is just a classic Mario adventure, and it combines the best of both worlds, the best of the 2D Mario games and the best of the Galaxy and 64 Mario games, the 3D, puts them together flawlessly. And then on top of that, it has the actual visual 3D effect that the 3DS is known for. And this game uses that 3D effect to a large degree. There's some puzzles or some areas of the game that you can't progress or you can't play it without the 3D effect, because you need to be able to see the depth perception to see where your next jump is going to be, all that, man. I think out of all the games that I've played so far on 3DS, it is the one with the 3D effect most popping in your face. Like, you're looking at it and you're just freaking out that you don't have any glasses on, but this is 3D and it's all up in your grill, you know what I'm saying? So, very well done. Great soundtrack, Mario, classic soundtrack. Mario has all his power-ups and some new ones to the franchise, like the boomerang flower that gives you a shell and a hat, and it turns you into like one of those turtles that throw the boomerangs, one of those Koopas that throw the boomerangs, and you get to throw the boomerangs as your power-up. You also get the Takuni tail is back, so Mario starts rocking the raccoon suit with the tail and all that. The fireballs there, the mushrooms are there, all the power-ups are there, the star, everything, man. There's so many of them, and the funny part is that the enemies can use the power-ups too. This is the first time ever that we've seen the enemies be able to have Takuni tails or, you know, use mushrooms and all that. So it's amazing. The level design is spectacular. The 3D effect is just jaw-dropping. I just finished completing the actual story mode, and now you get to play as Luigi, and there's a bunch of bonus worlds that I've never been to. So it's very well done. Awesome game, and it's responsible for a lot of the sales of the 3DS, especially in the last couple months. And then last but not least, what my wife got me for my birthday, one of the games that she got me for my birthday, Star Fox 64 3D. Now the 3DS, I'm loving it because it's giving me, they're smart. They're taking some of the best games ever created on the best system ever created, the 64, and redoing these classics with touched up graphics, much better graphics than they had on the 64, and the 3D effect, and it really makes it feel like a brand new game. And that's the case with Star Fox 64 3D. It's the same Star Fox from 64, same story, same game, but the graphics have been so remastered. There's certain areas of the game that look brand new, and the game is just as phenomenal, just as compelling as it was. The 3D effect is mind-boggling, and the controls are great. It's got gyro controls, so if you want to steer the ship with your motion controls, you can do that. If you want to do it the N64 way and just have standard controls, you can do that too. The battle mode is great. I do think this game missed an opportunity though, because it doesn't have an online mode. It doesn't have an online mode like Mario Kart where I can just go online, find random people, and start up dogfights and you know, point battles. It doesn't do that. What it does is it has a battle mode where you can go against 3 computer-generated opponents, or you can link up with friends that are around you locally with DS through download play, and they can play against you. That's got to be fun, but I don't know that many people that have handheld systems, so that's not going to really work for me. So I think that was a missed opportunity. But the game itself is phenomenal. All the great music is there, all the great dogfighting action, the R-Wing, the Blue Marine, the Landmaster, all that's there. All those levels are there. They're recreated stunningly and remastered in a way that some areas look amazing. Like, for example, the Zonus, which is one of the levels that you rarely play in the 64 version unless you go through a certain path. But it's a version where it's like an ocean world, where you're above the ocean and it's like a wasteland. It looked great on the 64 back in the day, but now the water looks phenomenal. It's shimmering, it's shining, there's water physics. It looks brand new. That's just an example. But yeah, man, it's a phenomenal game, man, and I'm just loving the 3DS. I can't wait. My next game is going to be Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D, for sure. Because that was the first game I saw in a demo kiosk at a store that compelled me to buy the 3DS. And it's one of the great classics of all time. And I know on the 3DS with the 3D effect and the 3-touch graphics, just like Star Fox, it can't fail. You know what I'm saying? So that's my 3DS collection so far, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Star Fox 64 3D, Super Mario 3D Land, Mario Kart 7, and of course, Pilot Wings Resort. I'm loving the 3DS, man. I think it's a phenomenal handheld, and as far as how it stacks up against the Vita, I haven't seen much of the Vita yet, but from what I've read, the Vita can do, and the graphics I've seen, I'll tell you this, the Vita's graphics are phenomenal. They're PS3 graphics. But it seems to me like Sony just doesn't learn from the same old mistake that graphics don't equal success. You gotta have gameplay, you gotta have games, you gotta have brand new experiences that were never available before you made the system. And the 3DS does that. The Vita doesn't really do that. So as far as I see it right now, I think the 3DS is going to stomp a mud hole in it the same way the DS did to the PSP. But we'll see, man. Time will tell. Great system. I hope you guys like this video. Holler at me, comment, subscribe, man. I'll review some of these games if you want, man. And you know what it is, man. We stay gaming, man. God bless y'all. Super Bowl Sunday. Let's go Patriots. I can't stand the Giants. Later.